you haven't done so, make sure you check out the first video where we highlighted some more celebrities that had their first break as dancers. Before you continue, make sure you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so that you get notified whenever we post new content. Kevin didn't really come onto the scene until he married Britney Spears. But before that, he was a backup dancer to some of the biggest acts, including Pink, Destiny's Child, and even the great Michael Jackson. He was even featured in Justin Timberlake's video for Like I Love You. Scandal actor Columbus Short was a backup dancer for one of the biggest pop stars. We're talking about Britney Spears. There are videos of him dancing next to the toxic singer, dating as early as 2003. Everyone knows Jennifer Garner can dance. Have you seen her do Thriller in 13 going on 30? But it turns out the actress studied ballet while growing up in West Virginia. Perhaps that's why she does Tutu Tuesdays on her IG and performs with real-life ballerina in her spare time. Suddenly, the gracefulness of Audrey Hepburn makes sense. The Breakfast at Tiffany actress took up ballet during World War II when her family fled to the Netherlands. Audrey trained at the RN Conservatory and was a star pupil. After that, she became a student of Dutch ballerina Sonia Gaskell. When her family moved to London in 1948, she was offered a spot at Ballet Rambert, only to be told her height and physique was not suitable for a career as a professional ballerina. Sam Rockwell isn't a professional dancer, but that doesn't mean that he can't move. The Oscar-winning actor learned to break dance while growing up in San Francisco. During an interview with the New York Times, he said, "I used to do really bad breakdancing when Thriller and Purple Rain came out. Probably my biggest inspiration was James Brown and watching Tom Cruise in Risky Business. I remember practicing that and watching James Brown do the splits. All these moves that he grew up watching have definitely come in handy in some of the roles he's taken." The Handmaid's Tale lead Elizabeth Moss took ballet very seriously while growing up. During an interview with Variety, Elizabeth said, "Being a ballet dancer, you take things really seriously at a young age. By 11 years old, you're thinking about what company you want to get into and where you are going to spend the rest of your life." Elizabeth studied at the School of American Ballet in New York City and then went to Washington, D.C. to study with Suzanne Farrell at the Kennedy Center. Elizabeth even produced a ballet documentary called Ballet Now. Amir Dance showed off her passion for ballet in Vogue's 73 Questions. The Oscar-nominated actress grew up wanting to be a ballerina. Now, she has shifted her attention to wanting her daughter to do ballet. In an interview on Late Night with Seth Meyers, she said, "I was a dancer, so I sort of talked her into taking ballet. I want to be a dance mom so bad. I would love it." Actress Diana Kruger had dreams of becoming a ballerina, but a knee injury at 13 shattered that vision. In an interview with IndieWire, she said, "When that ended, I was really lost for a long time. Somebody saw me dancing and said, 'You should be a model.' That modeling career ultimately led to her acting in films such as Troy, Inglourious Basterds, and the upcoming thriller, The 355. With a dancer as a mom, it's no surprise that supermodel Naomi Campbell contemplated a career in dance. Naomi started attending Barbara Speake Stage School at 3 and was accepted into the Italia Conti Academy of the Theatre Arts to study ballet. She even appeared in 2 music videos. Just check Bob Marley's Is This Love and Culture Club's I'll Tumble Fire. Her musical past and influence from her mother even helped her on the runway. In an interview, Naomi said, "My mom taught me how to walk. It wasn't that I didn't know how to walk. She just taught me how to have a bit more swag and how to listen to the rhythm of the music and how to walk when there wouldn't be music at all. And also to remember the clothing that you are wearing." Irishman Colin Farrell is known for his roles in movies such as The Lobster, The Fantastic Beasts, and Where to Find Them. But before all those roles, he had a job as a professional country line dancer. Yes, you read right. In an interview with Conan O'Brien, Colin said, "I did get paid to do something that resembled some form of dance, possibly for a while." Colin was a CMT country line dancer when he was 19, and he definitely made lots of money doing it. Christian Bale studied at the Royal Ballet School in London, and believe it or not, he was the only boy in the class. His fellow dancers, specifically Annette McLaughlin, told Wells Online that Christian was the star of the group. In an interview, Annette said, "Then one time he never came back as he had auditioned for Steven Spielberg's Empire of the Sun. All the girls in the class were heartbroken, but he was on his way. I have loads of textbooks from primary school that said I had Christian Bale. It's hilarious to look back now that he's such a megastar." Sarah Jessica Parker grew up watching ballet in New York City and attended the School of American Ballet in Manhattan. She even blended two of her passions, fashion and ballet, to create New York City Ballet Gala. In an interview with The Hollywood Reporter, Sarah said, "An idea was birthed 8 years ago when the tents were located across this beautiful promenade. I wondered if there was something fruitful to be born out of these two disciplines." The Vampire Diaries actress Kat Graham was a backup dancer for some of the biggest in the biz, including Pharrell, Missy Elliott, and Usher. Kat got her start at 15 as a backup dancer for Bow Wow after catching the eye of choreographer Fatima Robinson. Sean Diddy Combs learned from the best as a backup dancer for people like Big Daddy Kane and Heavy D. He also appeared in music videos alongside Heavy D and the Boys when they performed on In Living Color. His career as a rapper and producer officially started in 1993.